are here outside and hanging out with an Indian motorcycle, one of the greatest motorcycles, period. And the reason why is because we have a very special guest joining us. Actually, two very special guests joining us. We have Marcus Bell from Law Tigers here, and we also have Mike DeMoss from Indian Motorcycle here in Des Moines. And Law Tigers, we want to find out what this is all about because people that ride motorcycles are a unique breed. We know that. But in case anything ever happens to somebody riding a motorcycle, you want somebody who understands what's going on. Is that right?
That's correct. Law Tigers, we are Iowa's motorcycle lawyers. And what we do is we represent riders when they go down. In the event a rider goes down, we want to be that resource that they call. So in terms of when you go to a doctor, if you break an arm, you don't go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist. You go see a doctor that handles broken arms. So same thing with riding. When you go down, you want to go to a motorcycle lawyer, and we want to be that motorcycle lawyer that you go to. At Law Tigers, from our president, Ari, down to our administrative, we all ride. We are passionate about riding, so we want to make sure we take care of riders and we take care of our riding partners. So I brought along a riding partner today, which is Mike DeMoss. He's the manager of Indian Motorcycles here in Des Moines.
And again, Indian Motorcycles are one of the most well-respected motorcycle brands in the world, really.
Yeah,
and you guys are located where in the Des Moines area?
1500 East Army Post Road in Des Moines, Iowa. So it's one block east of 14th Street. And Indian is manufactured in Iowa, so it's kind of a unique connection for us. They're manufactured in Spirit Lake, Iowa. One of our employees at the store, her parents both work at the plant. So I brought out the FTR 1200 today. It's their new motorcycle that Indian just came out with. They got back into flat track racing a couple years ago, and the public wanted them to build a kind of a production version of the flat track bike.
And so that's what this one is here that you brought out here, that is right outside of the studio here at Iowa Live, which is absolutely gorgeous. And just look at the headlights alone. You can tell right off the bat by looking at this, Mike, that this is very unique and obviously safety built in mind here, right?
Yep, so it comes standard with a LED headlight on it. This is the S model, so it comes with some extra features than the base model has, but touch screen on the bike, has Bluetooth capability.
Touch screen on the bike. Okay, we're going to turn this around here and so you can see what he's talking about here. Do we have the keys here so we can light this up so you can see what this is talking about? Marcus, this has to be just very cool for you to see bikes that are this sophisticated nowadays and being able to represent people that ride machines like this.
Very, and like I said, we like to create awareness. We like to keep people abreast of changes in the market. In terms of this bike being similar to a flat track bike, we sponsor flat track races like the Springfield Mile, which just happened on Memorial Day. Yes.
Right, okay.
So we are very in tune about being aware and being supportive of anything motorcycle related.
Why do you think it's so important that at Law Tigers you have people that are lawyers that are bikers that understand what's going on? Why do you think that is so important?
I think it's a testament to how passionate we are about riding. We were able to understand from a rider's perspective, when they go down, the things they encounter. We just want to create the awareness in terms of, bringing my partner here. He creates the awareness of what a motorcycle is, the safety options that are available now. We're all about creating that same awareness. We want drivers out there to know that there are motorcyclists that aren't going anywhere. One of the up and coming growing markets is women riders.
Right.
We want to make sure that our wives, girlfriends, significant others, if they're out riding, that they're going to get home safe. So we're asking, the car drivers, beware of motorcycle riders. Eliminate your distracted driving. Put down your cell phone, pay attention, listen to motorcycle engines. Take an extra second before you make that right or left-hand turn.
Just be aware, basically, is what you're saying.
Yes.
And if you are riding a motorcycle and something does happen, how comforting is it to know that if you go to somebody for help with a legal purpose, that you're going to go to somebody who understands what you're doing and understands that the fact that you're a rider, because they're riders too, which really is important because you know all the laws and rights that the riders have.
That's correct. We have 3 attorneys downtown Des Moines that represent the state. if you do go down, we encourage you to call 800 Law Tigers. Very easy number.
That's the number.
Yes.
That's pretty easy to remember.
Very easy. Or you can go to lawtigers.com, which is our website.
Yeah, just put it in your device right now in case anything does happen. It better to be safe than to be sorry, isn't it? Now, you are doing that. You mentioned that you sponsor various events, you know, when it comes to motorcycles, because that's what gets you in front of people, so people understand what's going on, especially with what you mentioned, the circle track and the flat track racing. But you also have something coming up, because there's a little event going on, you know, just west of where we are, that I think you might want to go to, right?
Okay, sure do. I actually got two events. If we stay local, tomorrow night we sponsor Indianola Bike Night, which is just south of Des Moines.
Right, we talked about that earlier, and that's really cool, isn't it?
And our bigger event that we sponsor is in Sturgis. We have a contest out there. If you go to lawtigers.com/Styling in Sturgis, we have a sweepstakes that we're giving away tons of prizes. We're allowing people to reaffirm their Second Amendment rights. We're giving away firearms. We're giving away a trip to Sturgis, motorcycles as well. It's a great sweepstakes to enter, but again, we are a sponsor of Sturgis, proud to be a sponsor, have been for a number of years, and we encourage you to come on out, ride your bike, and party with us.
Again, how long has Law Tigers been around? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Law Tigers has been around for about 20 years plus.
Really?
We are based out of Phoenix, Arizona.
All right.
So again, our president, Ari Levenbaum, he is an attorney. And a rider himself. So we do pride ourselves on everyone being a rider. And in fact, when I interviewed, they asked me, what did I ride? How long I've been riding? Let's go for a ride.
That was all part of the interview process. So they really are engaged in the motorcycle community more than just saying, hey, we want to provide services for bikers. We are in the community itself.
Correct.
All right. So what kind of bike do you ride?
Actually, I've got a CBR 1000.
All right. But this one here would look nice in your driveway too,
Oh,
wouldn't
it
it?
would look very nice.
No, Mike, I want to bring you back over here again today. And with bikes like this, and being that your location is over on the south side, you mentioned the event over at Indianola tomorrow night, the bike night down in Indianola that you're going to be at, that you do end up sponsoring. How often do you guys have a chance to get down and bring the bikes down to Indianola?
We're there at every Indianola event, so it's the third Friday of the month, April through September. They block off the square at Indianola and then a block off the square. There's usually average around 2,500 motorcycles.
2,500 motorcycles?
Yep.
You haven't been down there for a while. This could be something. Do you bring yours down there too?
I do. I trailer it down with on my fleet truck.
Yep.
Like I said, it's by far Iowa's largest bike night. There are a number of bike nights that take place across the state, and again, Law Tigers is a sponsor for these events.
Now, do you guys have a shop set up there? Do you have a little booth set up there?
Actually,
or how do they find you?
we have a booth next to Indian.
You do?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It'd be a
So we
perfect
support
time.
our sponsors.
That works all the way around. But are you going to be there tomorrow night? That's what somebody
Yes,
wants to know.
I will be there.
Okay.
And if you come by the booth, we will actually be raffling off a Indian basket that we put together, which will have a number of prizes from Indian, Law Tigers, and then it will include 2 tickets for the Good Guys Car Show coming up July 4th weekend.
There it is. We just heard about Good Guys recently too. Again, big gathering, one of the biggest gatherings of its kind in the area, coming to the Des Moines area. But how important it is to ride a motorcycle and be able to have some representation from people that understand where you're coming from when you jump on a motorcycle. Now, if people want to get more information about Law Tigers in general, like maybe some of the cases that you've had a chance to work on and help people out with, what's the easiest way for people to get a hold of you or take a look at that?
I would say the best way, again, is use the 800 Law Tigers number. If you do call that number, it does route you to Des Moines.
Oh, it
if
does?
You're in the state of
Okay,
Iowa.
all right.
So the number is 800 Law Tigers. It's state specific. So even if you're in a different state, it routes you to the city where the attorneys that represent that state will be able to answer all your questions. Otherwise, you can go out to the website, you can enter a comment, and you will get a response back.
And speaking of entering, want to make sure we mention again. You want to be styling in Sturgis. How do they get involved with that?
Styling in Sturgis will be on our website as well. Again, it's lawtigers.com/Styling in Sturgis.
All right, buddy. Very nice to meet you.
Hey, thank you for having us today.
Enjoy Indianola tomorrow night. A lot of people are going to come out and see you and get some more information. And Mike, thank you for bringing the cycle. Can we fire this up before we get going here?
It's got the stock exhaust on it, which has got to meet the EPA regulations, so you see
I'm
kinda
gonna
purrs pretty
kind of
quiet,
get it. Can I start it up?
Yeah, go ahead. Hit the,
Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm gonna get on this here and just push this right here.
Yep.
I do have my motorcycle license, so here, you take this. I'll see you guys later.